Hey guys, got a quick video here for you, an add-on, a part 3 if you will, to the previous Arduino Hall Effect Tachometer CNC project. A few of you guys have asked me about some clarification for some parts, and so we're going to go over that right now. Sorry I left it out first time. Here we go. So the first thing I want to talk about is this little buck converter that I use on mine. The Arduino Nano and the LCD both need 5 volts input. And preferably, if you want things to work well, you want that to be a clean 5 volts. And all I had was, that I wanted to use was this 8.4 volt power supply from an old Sony camcorder from years ago. And so I decided I wanted to use that. And so I had this little buck converter laying around. So I decided to put that in there. It's a tiny little thing. This thing is not, Jesus, maybe 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. It's tiny. And it has an adjustable output. And so I ran the 8.4 volts from the power supply into the buck converter. And you can see you got a pot there on the bottom right. You can adjust the output. And so I adjusted it up to, I think, 5.05 or 5.1 volts. And that gives me a nice, clean, stable 5 volts. To feed the Arduino and the LCD. Now you can use just a 5 volt wall wart if you have one, as long as it'll supply enough current. You should be fine. You can find these all day long on eBay for $1, $1.50, $2 with shipping. Just like this one, just do a search for the MP1584 En, and that'd be a nice little device for you. Get 2 or 3 of them. You never know what you might use them on. I'm glad I had this one on hand. The second device I want to talk about is this little Hall Effect sensor board that I used just for the tachometer. And so you can find these little Hall Effect sensor boards on eBay. Here they are. It's less than $2 for one of these. Like I said, I bought 4 of them, I think, at the time. And they're great little boards. They work perfectly. Give you a nice clean signal. They'll give you an analog or digital signal out, either one, whichever you want. And so they're nice if you've got room for them and you've got the sensor will fit where you want it to fit. And so these work perfectly for the tachometer. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't hesitate to buy some of these.